Hello, Michael Diamond. You're watching Muscle Central. Make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications. All right. Through the years, we've had a few controversial Mr. Olympias. Probably one that stands out the most with the majority of the people would be 1980 Arnold Schwarzenegger's so-called comeback, where he won the Olympia title for the 7th time. Let's go over the top 5. You have Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chris Dickerson, who's probably the least gifted, I guess you would say, of all Mr. Olympias. A rather awkward-looking physique. Frank Zane, who was the defending champion, places 3rd. Boyer Coe 4th, and Mike Mentzer 5th. And that was Mike's last competition, I believe, at least with the IFBB. I don't know if he did compete in one. There was the NABA. I don't know, but that was it with the IFBB for sure. The placings were, to say the least, a bit questionable. Now, Arnold Schwarzenegger was not on the lineup. Nobody knew he was going to be competing. Well, at least the competitors didn't know he was going to be competing. Somebody had to know he was competing. Arnold had to know he was competing. At least the Weeders knew he was competing. Arnold didn't go show up at the 80 Olympia and say, "Hey, Joe, I'm feeling kind of good. I've been working out. Let me step on stage." And Joe Weeder didn't go to Arnold. "Hey, Arnold, since you're here, why don't you, we'll get your posing trunks. Why don't you go on stage and you can compete?" It didn't go down like that. This was planned ahead of time. The actual motives behind not letting anybody know, keeping it secret, I am not sure. It's debatable whether it was this or that. There was a couple different ideas, but nonetheless, it was kept on the hush. So nobody knew he was competing none of the competitors knew he was competing. I'm sure the judges probably knew also, until he was ready to go on stage, like, holy shit, fucking Arnold's competing. There's also a conflict of interest, because Arnold was involved with a number of the promotions in the previous Olympias since he stopped competing. That in itself would be a conflict of interest. The fact that nobody knew, or at least it was kept pretty much on the hush about him competing, and then the physique that he brought to the stage. He didn't look terrible. I'm not going to go and say that. For bodybuilders of that day and age, he looked good, but he wasn't the champion that night. He didn't beat, at least in my eyes, and when you hear many people in the industry now, when they reflect back on it, they'll agree and say the same thing. He did not bring a winning package. I think the best you can give him would be 3rd place in that. It's tough. Frank Zane looked great, and he's defending champion. Mike Mentzer looked great. I think it was, my mind, I think it was a battle between Mike Mentzer and Frank Zane for 1st and 2nd. And I think the best you can give Arnold would be third. Boyer Coe, the worst you can give him is fourth. I think you could have flipped him and Arnold around very easily. And Chris Dickerson, like I said, I think he was, as far as Mr. Olympias go, and his physique was very awkward looking. All right, that's my little rant over here about the 1980 Mr. Olympia controversy. If you agree or disagree with what I've said, please let me know in the comments section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share. By all means, subscribe. Do not forget to hit the notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you'll be notified. If you go to the description box, there are links there. If you have any questions for me, go to the Facebook Muscle Central page link, and you can DM me. I'd be happy to answer questions. There are links to Species Nutrition, Mr. G's Protein Snacks. Click on both those links. Go to both those websites. Check out all their great products. There's a link to Buffy the Iron Slayer. It's Chris Miller's channel. He'll be competing in the upcoming Legion Sports Fest in the amateur, the NPC ranks, not a pro. And check out all his content. Subscribe there. Once again, this is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.